Welcome back to this gorgeous first part of March in the spring to this week's safety tip. We're going to talk about a topic that is really talked about frequently in the safety world. It's the number one cause of incidents, recordables, first aids, light duties, and fatals. And it is the hot topic of slips, trips, and falls. If you're to look at the National Safety Council's report for February, you'll find that the most common cause of injury during the month of February was just that, slips, trips, and falls. And it's a topic that is commonly used and talked about in our toolbox meetings, one that we hammer over and over again in these videos, and one that is commonly talked about in blogs and social media as it pertains to safety. So why is it that we keep having these slips, trips, and fall accidents, and what can you and I do to prevent them? Believe it or not, during the month of February, if you look at the reports from the Safety Council of our nation, these slips, trips, and falls did not occur from ice, snow, and hazards necessarily having to do with weather. These had to do with uneven sideways, people carrying loads where they couldn't see over, people not wearing the proper footwear, people not having the proper balance. It had to do with a variety of things. Housekeeping was a big issue. People tripping over equipment, not being aware of things around them that caused them to slip, trip, and fall, and therefore threw out their back. We had a couple of fatals this past month. Absolutely unacceptable due to slips, trips, and falls. So the number one thing that I'm going to ask you to do as it pertains to slips, trips, and falls and the preventing of those is to be aware of your surroundings, and let's keep our work areas as clean as they can possibly be. Hoses around, tools that are on the ground. Let's keep that stuff clear and free of debris. The second thing would be areas that are not clean as far as liquids on the ground, oils, things that are in the shop areas, things that we can slip on to be slip hazards. So I'm not talking about ice, but I am talking about liquids, water, things of that nature that we could slip on and fall and do some damage to ourselves. We got to watch out for that. Again, it seems like common sense, but I guess if it were that common, then the numbers wouldn't be so statistically high during the month of February. So none of us ever think it's going to happen to us, but unfortunately it does, and you and I can do something about it. So let's take this one initiative this next month during March 2016, and let's make this a hazard-free slip, trip, and fall month at our job sites. If you and I can do that and be aware of our surroundings and be willing to make sure that we're not over carrying where we can't see where we're walking, and be looking out for our buddies around us, I think we're going to have a lot safer month. Until next month, roll with safety.